This moment is not defined by footage, not by duration, and not by visuals. What pushed it into the global spotlight was the claim itself, a claim that a group of Ukrainian troops left their positions, a claim that there was no meaningful resistance, a claim that motivation collapsed before shots were fired. Regardless of whether this claim is fully accurate, its impact is undeniable. Because in modern warfare, surrender is not just a tactical outcome, it is a psychological symbol. And once such a claim enters the information space, the conversation shifts. The world stops asking who advanced today and starts asking whether the will to endure is beginning to crack. This narrative did not emerge at the start of the war, not during the phase of momentum, not when optimism was high and support was unquestioned. It surfaced much later, at a far more fragile moment, when front lines move slowly, when losses accumulate without dramatic territorial change, when external support becomes a subject of debate rather than certainty. Context matters, because in wars of attrition, time is often more destructive than weapons, and claims of troops laying down arms strike directly at that vulnerability, not as isolated incidents, but as signals of a broader trend. This conflict is no longer defined by rapid maneuvers, no longer driven by surprise offensives, no longer shaped by dramatic breakthroughs. It has become a war of endurance, a war where victory is not determined by one decisive moment, but by which side can absorb pressure longer. In this phase, the strategic approach of Russia becomes clearer. Sustained pressure, incremental gains, no rush, not to conquer everything today, but to ensure the opponent is weaker tomorrow. On the other side, Ukraine faces a fundamentally different challenge. Ukraine must defend an extended front line, maintain domestic morale, and continuously justify international support. These burdens accumulate. Mobilization becomes harsher, rotations shorten, recovery time shrinks. This is not an emotional critique. It is the structural reality of prolonged warfare. And when claims of surrender appear, they resonate not because they are proven, but because they feel plausible under sustained strain. Russia does not need to demonstrate a dramatic victory. It only needs to demonstrate resilience. Its war economy functions. Military production continues. Internal pressure remains controlled. In long conflicts, stability often outweighs speed. That is why Russia operates comfortably in the gray zone, where progress is slow, but exhaustion steadily accumulates on the other side. Claims of surrender, whether fully accurate or not, reinforce this strategic posture. On the battlefield, outcomes can be ambiguous. In the information domain, perception is decisive. A single claim about troops surrendering can influence foreign public opinion, shape parliamentary debates, delay or complicate aid decisions. Russia understands this dynamic well. Ukraine frequently finds itself responding, clarifying, correcting. The problem is simple. Clarifications rarely travel faster than first impressions. Is this a sign of collapse? Not yet. Ukraine has not collapsed. Its forces remain engaged. Defensive lines still hold, but wars rarely end in sudden implosions. They erode, first through fatigue, then through morale, finally through forced compromise. Claims like the one that triggered this discussion are indicators of that phase, not conclusions. If the conflict continues along its current trajectory, the key question is no longer bravery, it is endurance. Russia is playing for time, Ukraine is fighting to sustain momentum, and time so far is not neutral. In the end, this widely discussed event should neither be accepted blindly nor dismissed emotionally. War is always more complex than a single claim, a single report, or a viral narrative. What matters is recognizing the pattern, understanding the direction, and evaluating long-term consequences. Is this war approaching an end or entering an even more exhausting phase? There are no easy answers. This channel does not exist to tell you what to believe. It exists to think with you, to look beyond headlines, to examine claims critically, and to understand war as a process, not daily drama. If this kind of analysis helps you see conflict more clearly, more calmly, and more rationally, your support truly matters. Like this video to signal that serious analysis still has value. Subscribe to the channel so we can continue discussing strategic issues without chasing sensationalism. And share it with those who want to understand war, not just watch it. One final note. This video does not promote violence, it does not glorify conflict, and it does not seek to dehumanize any side. War is a tragedy. Analysis is an attempt to understand it, not celebrate it. As long as this conflict continues, we all share the same responsibility. Think clearly, resist provocation, and remain human. Thank you for watching.